Amber Smith. She's a former Army helicopter pilot, Iraq and Afghanistan vet. Thank you for your service to this country, joining us here on RightLine. Appreciate a few minutes of your time. How are you today?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me.
I appreciate it. First of all, just your thoughts on everything that has transpired now as a vet and someone who was in the region of everything that is going on right now. What is your assessment and your thoughts?
Well, I think what we've seen so far is pure excellence from not only the military itself, but military leadership in terms of the decisions that are being made from the top. It is basically unmatched what we are seeing in terms of the war against Iran at this point. I would say that it is significantly different than what we saw with Afghanistan, with Iraq. Obviously, mission creep set in significantly soon after we were in both of those countries. And sort of the objective of the war shifted dramatically. I think what is refreshing to see is that we have a president who has a very clear objective, who tried to handle this situation diplomatically at first and, bring them to the table to come to a solution through these nuclear de-escalation talks. And he's given very clear boundaries, saying that Iran will never be allowed to have a nuclear weapon. And Iran chose to, the regime chose not to handle things diplomatically, tried to call President Trump on his bluff, tried to build up their missile stockpiles and drones so significantly that once they got to a certain point, any nation who wanted to stop their nuclear program would have a significant problem. And so the time to act was now, and President Trump gave them an off-ramp prior to, and they chose not to take it. And so I think strategy-wise, it's refreshing to have a president that understands that, yes, Americans are not interested in forever wars, but they understand that the president of the United States' number one responsibility is ensuring the safety and security of the American people. And sometimes you have to act militarily. Yeah, he did everything to try to prevent it first, but sometimes after you try deterrence, you then have to use military operations.
Yeah, I think the assumption that this is going to be a forever war somehow, it's like, have you met this president? I mean, maybe we should slow the roll, as the kids say, and wait a little bit, because I think there's a plan here. One thing I want to make sure before we go, we have got a short segment here, but make no mistake, this is a president who understands the history. He didn't start this whole thing, but he wants to make sure this is finished because of the 47 years that we've had and the people who men and women in service who have been killed by either Iran or their proxies. We can't dismiss that. That is just fact.
Yeah, thousands of American service members have been killed at the hands of the Iranian regime in Iraq and Afghanistan with the IEDs that were used. This is direct effect to Americans. They have brutally murdered, inflicted death and destruction around the globe to our own citizens. They absolutely are a murderous regime, and they were trying to get nuclear weapons. They could never be allowed to get nuclear weapons. Trump understood that, and the world is going to be a safer place once, there are no longer a threat to America and the world.
Yeah, and especially when we see so many of the examples, if I'm going to be honest, and Amber, this is an honest program, about what the former administrations have done with Barack Obama, with not only the pallets of cash, but also, by the way, some of the drone technology that was captured by Iran. And just like Kamala Harris and Joe Biden said, if something were to happen with Iran and nuclear weapons, their answer was don't. Same thing with Barack Obama, where he was like, we want it back. Oh, is that it? That's all we got. But now it's a new day with Donald Trump as president of the United States. All right, the music's playing. We've got to jump. We appreciate a few minutes of your time here on RightLine. We'll see you soon, okay? All the best. God bless.
Thank you.